Aussie and Kiwi call, which is open for everybody because Sally, for example, is Illinois. Sally, would you like an excuse to go travel to Australia because you have business there? Is that okay with you? Yes. Yes. And it's just so cool how we have this business because Partner Co has been involved. I mean, we're in 50 plus countries. So you literally do have an opportunity to be able to travel. I see Fina Toscano is here as well too. And I know this team is a very new team. So we started this call just a couple weeks ago because in the Warrior Movement, in the team, this team specifically has really started to take off. And what do we look for? And what should you look for as you're building your business? You're looking for your next leaders. And one thing I've learned is leaders have three traits in them. It's not that they're rich. It's not that they're connected. It's not that they went to school or they had some great corporate job. It's none of that. It's just some traits. And if I say these, that's probably why you're here as well too. Number one, leaders are willing. They're willing to do the things other people are not willing to do. All right, you're willing to get onto a call like this, which is why you've already signed up and you checked off that box right there. Number two, leaders are coachable. They're willing to take in information, and if it makes sense, they take action on it. And number three, leaders are hungry. Hunger is something you can't teach. Hunger is something that is your self-ambition. It's like, whatever it takes, let's go. And hunger is not age specific. Hunger is something that every one of us has. So that's why that you're here right now. And we had multiple leaders, just for a little bit of backstory. As you're promoting online, you typically start around where you're at. And one day I had somebody reach out to me on Facebook. We connected. This person was in Sydney. And Stacy led to eventually Fina, who's on this line. And then through that mix, eventually another person I connected with on TikTok, Lucia, was in New Zealand and then connected. And then things just start to keep on moving on, right? I know, and the relationships here are so fun, right? Poonam came along. Amanda came along. Prakash came along. I know Marnie recently just partnered with us. We also all connected online as well too. Now Sally is on. And Rick and Janine are some of our newest partners out there in Australia as well too, from the Harpers, who just made it back to Nigeria, who we connected online as well too. How beautiful is it that we have a business that you can work from anywhere at any time? And we expand our family everywhere, right? But as we're starting to scout out where we're going, we're looking for hubs of leadership. In this team in particular, there is a rich history before where we are right now. There's a reason why we're doing this right now. I never despise small beginnings. I'm always like, things start somewhere, but it's such a ripe place to be at. So not long ago, Fina, we were out in Australia. We were out in Queensland. We were in Queensland. No, the Gold Coast. And we were at the conference. And I remember we're going in there. It was like 100 people, 150 people. That's all of Australia, all of New Zealand. It's not a big place necessarily for Partner Co. But it was so beautiful and it was so rich. And I remember that day we were like, we're going to come back here. So in March time, by the way, out in Gold Coast is going to be the next Partner Co event in Australia. Fino, do you remember the date? Remember which day it is? You're on mute right now.
Gosh, the date is history, but I think the 13th of March.
13th of March. Okay, there we go. We got some time. We got some time, but not a lot of time. Has anyone else felt like 2024 already flew by for you, like really fast, right? It's like 8 months already. It's like, wow. So it's not going to be even 8 months until March time. And our mission is that for this team in Australia and New Zealand, that we just grow the biggest culture ever. We grow something phenomenal. We do something amazing. And how do we do that? It's a combination of systems and tools and direction, some strategy, but really it's about everyone that's here and what you're bringing to the table. Partner Co says we're better together. That is the tagline. And that goes across borders, that goes across cultures, that goes across all different types of things. But I want to preface it with this. And I was telling Australia and New Zealand that I believe that this team specifically in this region, there's no reason why this region cannot be one of the biggest regions in the world. If you know anything about the Aussie and the Kiwi culture, and Sally, have you been to Australia yet? Have you had a chance or not yet? No? Okay. Now we're going to have an excuse. I went the first time just in March for the last conference. I'm like, wow. I felt like Australia was a better version of United States counterparts. Like Sydney was a much better, cleaner San Francisco. Like the Gold Coast was a much nicer Hawaii. You know, like all these different places. I'm like, man, I got to come back here. Everyone's nice. Or at least to me, they were. You know, I don't know what it's like behind closed doors. But giving, smart, intelligent, and they know how to party, by the way. Like that's what I noticed about Aussies and you know how to have fun. So yeah, Rick and Gina, yeah, we're pretty fun. So there's no reason why this market cannot be one of the biggest ones that are out there. But what happened is in the last 7 months, we launched a system. We call it the 6 in 6 blueprint. 6 figures in 6 months. Who here wouldn't mind an opportunity to make 6 figures in the next 6 months, which is, by the way, by May time, right? Like by March time, by the next conference. And it's been taking things by storm. I shared this on my Facebook today. We're tracking this organization, and in the last month, this entire team has enrolled 2,754 new partners in 1 month. This is the entire organization worldwide. We launched this system 7 months ago. 7 months later, crushing it. And by the way, out here in the States, Sally knows this, it's summer. And summertime here is known to be the slowest season in network marketing. So can you imagine this is springtime or fall time when kids are now back in school, where there's more of like a stability in schedule and stuff? That's going to double, that's going to quintuple, that's going to 10x. And now it's getting to the point where we have proof of concepts of the system and the strategies and the tools. And our mission is to bring it over to Australia, New Zealand, around the world. And there's no reason why you can't do it faster. Okay. So with that, just want to introduce and preface that with today. Okay. So a couple of things. We're small enough here where we can get some interaction. I'd love to hear some feedback. Like anyone willing to share, what are you excited about now? Like what's on your heart as you're looking and you're diving into this journey? Feel free to mute yourself. We can have a couple people share because we're small enough here. Rick and Janine, I see you're unmuted.
James, well, hey. I think there's a few things we're excited about, and we are firstly very grateful to be excited in our maturity at our age, not making age a focus, but the reality is it is a blessing. I guess for us, having been around the industry for a while, the system is the thing that we know is profoundly powerful. And so we're very, very excited to see what you've created. It looks astounding and can't wait to implement and see the benefits, especially again, someone of our vintage. We're looking for maximum leverage through anything we're involved with. It's the reason we're here. It's what we saw. And we're really excited to be able to, see that manifest in Australia and do some amazing things.
Let's go. Well said. Do you guys mind sharing a little bit about your background and your history in network marketing? And because the mission, you said that I created. The reality is I didn't create this. The reality is it's a collaboration. And what I love about our team and the company, we truly are a collaboration. So we all learn from everyone. I'd love to learn some from you guys here too, but you have a rich history in this industry. But do you mind sharing a little bit about your story?
Wow, how long have you got?
Yeah, we got some time.
No, we'll be brief as much as possible. But yes, we have been around the industry for quite some time. We're not jumpers. We've been 10 years with our last company. And so we're not someone who simply moves around for the sake of it. It's an important part of our lives. We discovered this industry, I think, in 1989. And for me, coming from business and being disillusioned with business, traditional business, shall we say, in many ways, I was stunned to see this thing called network marketing and what was possible, and mostly that leverage that it offered, which is what I look for in traditional business. So fast forward, lots of wonderful experiences. I've been associated with, I think, 4 companies now over that journey, over that period of time. And again, all long-termers. And things change and evolve. And as much as we are loyal and consistent people, we believe we've got values that are important to us. As much as loyalty is a profound belief, then also comes along the recognition that things change, things do move. And generally, you need to be open to change. And so we find ourselves, even in our maturity, I certainly do, not speaking just for Janine, but I love the concept of being able to see something that may be better and to be able to jump in and enjoy it. So I'll shut up.
We in the last company, when we first started, I was in the background. I was working. I was a registered nurse in aged care for nearly 40 years, 35 years.
Wow.
And this business of network marketing enabled me to retire from nursing back in 2015, which was fantastic. So we've had a long journey with that, and so we really love the business, and we know what it can do for people. So yeah.
And we know how it can help people. I mean, the basis of success in this business is having a mindset of being able to, how can I help someone else? As I think I heard you quote along the way. You know, if you help enough other people, then you'll get your own needs met. Zig Ziglar is, one of the profound influences along the way. And so that's certainly the most gratifying part. In a time in life when people are looking for some purpose and satisfaction, there's no better place to look than this industry to be able to find out, how can I help someone else? And if you have that mindset, always, it's difficult to not succeed.
So well said. Welcome to the family, guys. Who here's pumped that we're partners with Rick and Janine? We have a wealth of knowledge here from so many different places. So thank you. Awesome.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's awesome to know and to hear that you guys have been in it a long time. So yeah, you've certainly come to the right place, because I've only been in this not quite a year, be a year this month, and it's just the culture of the business, the products, the people. It's all just yeah, it's amazing. It's actually, they walk the talk is what I like to see. The products, they do what they say. And, I've done a few things, and they haven't been so well, they haven't gone so well. And to actually finally find something that actually does what it says it will do, and the comp plan and the company, the culture, the people, it's just amazing. So I'm excited for the future, and I just want to get everybody in as quick as possible so they don't miss out, for their own well-being, for their own families, for their own, it's not about, I know I will benefit, but I just want everybody else to just see what's possible. And, you've got your own journey. Like James always says, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And just the support is amazing, just absolutely amazing. I'm just so grateful to be here. And I'm grateful that I said yes to James after 5 months. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, that's okay. Well done. Thanks, Chair. Appreciate it. It's lovely to see your energy and passion. Don't lose that. Stunning.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking about Lucia, so we're in a phase now. You talked about systems, Rick, and it's important, right? If you want to scale something significant and something huge and something that builds even when you're not building it, right? Where you can go vacation around. Sign me up for that trip, by the way, right? Take me around Australia. we have that possibility, and you can do it actually right away, but the system is super important. So as this market has grown, we've seen the need. So we're in a shift right now where we're rapidly building out our system tools to be for Australia and New Zealand. So I'm going to share with you this first, and shout out to Lucia. Lucia is an incredible grammarian. She catches all of my details when I make any grammatical mistakes. So we tasked her. We have, as a part of our system, there's a couple elements. We have our done for you scripts, because one of the big things about network marketing is you want your newest person to know what to say and how to do it so that they can make money and they can move forward. All right, who here, when you first got introduced to network marketing, was scared to talk to somebody? Like, what is it? Right, Sally? It's like, oh my gosh. So we have a whole board system, and this is downloaded right to your phone. It's an app, and you get it as a part of our onboarding system, right? So when you're brand new, you go on to, and this is all in our stuff, you go into our wellness360.community, our links page, and you get set up. You get hooked up to all of our things. But once you're in this, step number 5 talks about posting and then downloading the boards. So these boards are super important, but this team for the past year has been using a United States version of the boards. They've been using pounds instead of kilos. They've been, even some of the products are not even available in Australia and New Zealand. Like Renew, for example, is not available in Australia and New Zealand yet. So what Lucia did, thank you, it's a lot of work, is she translated these boards. I'll drop it in the chat here. So homework for you, download this, try it. I just put it in the Zoom chat. We'll put it out. Maybe Lucia, if you can put that into our group chat, or Fina, whoever does it, then go through this. And what you'll see, for example, is one of our first things to do is there's a pinned post. And this post is what draws people to you on your Facebook, for example. Now she has translated it to grams, to the metric system. So that's so awesome. So people think in terms of that, right? Before, people are like, I have to translate pounds to the metric and everything. Not only that, but once you make a post and then people are like, what is it? What do we do? That's when you go to the message scripts, go to Drops Pipeline. And in the Drops Pipeline, it'll give you scripts to be able to actually send information. So let's say someone comments on your post and they're like, Amanda, what are the drops? You can send them this, and look at this. We have grams here instead of pounds. Congratulations. Sweet. So it's all translated there. We also have one more thing I want to share with you. So you can go through this later, and we're going to continue to update this. It's not perfect, but it's moving there. Is we also have, I think we updated the Elite. Okay, nice. Lucy did a great job. So in the States, so Sally will know this because the United States, we have the Drops and the Renew. Okay, this are each one. Great combo. Australia, New Zealand, we don't have the Renew yet. But what we do have is another very popular hormone balancing drink called Elite. Who here has not yet used Elite yourself? You haven't used it yet. It's really good. You're going to love it. Oh my gosh. Amanda uses it. I know Lucia uses it. Fina, do you have anything to share on Elite? Fina is she's a vice president. She is also a registered nurse, knows a lot about our products, but any takes on Elite?
Thanks, James. Welcome, Rick and Janine and Sally. So good to have you here, and I hope hopefully soon I can have a chat. But Elite has been such a powerful product in our household because, my husband, right from the time we got married, I got very cranky with him because he could not read more than 2 pages in one go. And he would read the Bible and he's asleep. He's like, I can't read it. I need the audio Bible. And I'm like, no, you can do it. And then I would have people support him. Oh, Fina, let him go if he can't read. And this went on for years. We've been married 27 years. And then comes along Elite. And I said, why don't you try the Elite? He had the Elite probably 3 or 4 days. It was his first week into drinking elite. And suddenly he's reading and reading. He's not putting the phone down, the book down. And I'm like, something's happening. And he read 144 pages in 2 days, like in 2 sittings. And he was so proud of himself, and so was I. So Elite really has got a bunch of adaptogenic herbs, that really controls the stress levels, controls your hormones. It even helps with your cognitive function. And a lot of kids with ADHD and things like that do have Elite, and it goes so well with the drops. Now, I never sell the drops by themselves. I always pair it up with Elite because it just reduces the inflammation. It's got awesome herbs like ashwagandha that gives that calming effect. It's got evening primrose, aloe vera, holy basil, and it's really great. And you can actually feel the effects quite straight away, I'll say, because it's quite instant. Because people have had Elite just one time and actually got back to me, said, I just didn't feel drowsy in the afternoon. I didn't have that brain fog. So it's quite fast acting. And I'll encourage those who've not tried Elite to really try it.
Sign me up. I'm ready. Who here would love some Elite in your hand right now, right? I wish I could do a magic trick and just share that in there. Fina, thank you so much. I learn more every single time I hear from Fina. And that's what our duo is in Australia, New Zealand. So the drops in the Elite is powerful. This is a residual builder. This is what people are going to love and to continue to use. So utilize that over there, which is going to be good. So we have that. And also, so this is in the drops pipeline now. Our goal is when someone comes in, I'll just give you the flow. You lead them in to take a look at the drops, but you want to upsell. So if you just follow down the message scripts, it'll lead them through the presentation information, and it'll also lead them to know how to upsell. So there's an actual script. And I'll talk about what the duo is, the Australia-New Zealand duo, and I'll describe it. So you will take one customer on one product to one customer on potentially two products, and eventually more. Our goal in your business is envision when your one customer starts using 10 products every month. And imagine in every single customer, they just love the products, love their experience, and 1 equals 10. That's residual income. That's how we can all go traveling around with Rick and Janine. So that's what we want right there, right? So this gives you these opportunities. Your homework, go through the boards and just start like clicking around on them. Start using them, start taking advantage of them so we can do that. We also figured out on the business aspect, who here also wants more partners to be able to do the business with you as well too. And that's the fun part, in my opinion. So in the make money pipeline, we also considered and we put together, thank you to Stanley Williams. If you notice Stanley, he's our tech extraordinaire, graphics and everything. But we've picked out 2 starter packs. So we have a really good 200 PV pack. That's what it takes to activate your business. You're able to get into the other ways of getting paid in this comp plan. So 2 sets of the drops, 2 sets of Elite. And then you also have this cool thing called the enterprise pack for a 500 PV pack. This one's a great business pack. Like it's a good starter right there. Okay. There's pricing on this. You can utilize this. You want to make the selection option as simple as possible for the prospect. So because we have this now, you can start to utilize this, sell it, upgrade people, all of that as well too. Okay. So these are a couple of things that we have already. Last thing we're working on. So first, let's give Lucia a big round of applause for making this. Thank you. It's a lot of work. It's a lot. If you've ever tried editing something, it's intense, and she does it really, really well. We are in the midst, if you know another aspect of our system that makes us very unique. I'm telling you guys, what we have here, no one else has, by the way, in Partner Co. No one else has what we have in the world right now in network marketing. The machine is our unique presentation tool. And it is a done-for-you marketing system where it gives you really nice looking funnels that present the information for you. But also what it does is it gets people into an automated email follow-up sequence. So they get dripped on when you're traveling, when you're with your kids, when you're doing your stuff. So this is the main one, the main machine. They put in their information. They know who tracks them. And once they're in here, then they're also able to get onto this page and learn more about the drops. Currently, the one that I'm sharing with you is the United States one, the North America one, which has still worked, by the way. Like that's how this team is run already. You kind of just translate in the back. And what's great about the Australia, New Zealand version, you have the day and night drops because homeopathics are rated as a medicine or a drug in Australia and New Zealand. So you have to prescribe homeopathics. So Partner Co, they were smart. They said, let's just reformulate it. So they have a nice herbal blend of everything. And it does the same impact. I read the clinical trials. It's just as good. So we already have a new video. We are making this new machine for Australia and New Zealand. I'm pretty sure this will be done by next week. So my expectation is by next Saturday, yeah, this will be good to go. And it's going to be fantastic. Okay. I want to emphasize how big of a deal this is. Guys, people around the world, I am in so many conversations every day with brand new people that have never had experience in network marketing, that when they see this, they're just like, I can do that. I can like share this. It's simple. I also have the flip side. Fina?
So question, how would the system differentiate where the prospect is at? So if they are in Australia or US, how would they see our version of the products? On what basis?
Good question. So what will happen is when we have the duplicated machine for Australia, it'll be something like Wellness3, the URL will change. So it'll be wellness360.community/day and night. Maybe it's something like that. So what we'll have in the boards is every one of your links will message to that one. So when your prospect clicks on that, they'll see day and night drops. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Makes sense. Thank you so much.
Yep. You got it. And what's great is this way, I mean, because we have international business, right? Fina's literally, her business is everywhere. So in the future, we're going to have multiple countries. Who here does want like international business, not just, you know, local, right? So you have that opportunity. So we're starting to tune our systems for each market that makes sense. So eventually imagine we're going to have, I don't know how many boards and I don't know how many different pages, but it's going to be pretty cool how that works. But Australia, New Zealand is the first market outside of North America that has grown enough where we are investing more into this market. So congratulations. It's a really good time. Okay. But I have to emphasize how big of a deal this is. I'm on so many amazing calls every day right now. People are looking for what you have, guys. Seriously. I was on a call with someone today. In 1 year, he built an organization with 26,000 people, making $300,000 a month in network marketing. Unfortunately, the company was going through some tough times, as unfortunately a lot of companies are now as well too. Thank God for Partner Co, for our founders. They debt-free, they know how to do things well. He looked at this. We were only supposed to have a 15-minute phone call. It ended up being an hour because he looked at the machine. He's like, wait, what? You're telling me that you have a done-for-you funnel for all of your people to use and they don't have to pay for it. They don't have to build it and it just works, right? Rick and Janine are like, that's crazy. Like this works. It's really an X factor on top of everything else that comes together. So play around with it, utilize it, and you'll see how the system works for you, right? It's a very strong recruiting tool because, you know, one thing I've noticed on a business standpoint, people know network marketing works. They just don't want to do it or what they think network marketing is. People are tired of doing endless phone calls and tired of doing endless house parties and tired of following up with their friends and their family and pitching them one more time and tired of saying, you know, I did it before. This is the last time again. So people are tired of that. Here, we have a whole system of attraction marketing through our boards and our posts, our message scripts that are very simple to do, leveraging the machine with the automations, and then a whole community. I think our X factor on top of those things really is our community. What people are missing more than anything is they're missing a place they can call home. They want a place that they can feel like they belong. They want a place where they feel like they could be seen, heard, and loved and respected. And that's this team. That's this company. Like, that's why we are truly better together. Okay. Any questions, comments so far in this? I'm getting excited for you. Because seriously, like, when I look at this call, I see like hundreds and thousands of people, because that's how everything grows. Remember, I talked about how in 7 months, this team just like 10x, like this team blew up in 7 months with a couple simple ingredients. 2,700 new partners joined this last month alone in one of the slowest times of network marketing. What does that look like 7 months from now in Australia? Can you imagine at the Australia conference in March time, thousands of people go from your teams? Why not? Like, this is the time. I'm going anyway. I'd love to see it's going to be a whole bunch of fun, right? So we have that. So last thing is this. What drives the business though? We have the tools, we have the systems, we have our community, we have our culture, especially this team, by the way. Aussies and New Zealand and Kiwis have a certain type of hospitality that, Sally, I'm sorry, it's a little different out here, but you're in Illinois. Maybe it's a little bit different over there. Maybe it's just us California people. We're very individualistic. We don't talk to our neighbors. We don't like each other. We're just busy all the time. But there's something about the culture here where it's very tribal. It's very like, very, maybe it's just because Australia is so big and there's only so many places for people. Like, people really get together when they get together. Maybe it's because of your lockdowns that people started to really bond together. Maybe there was a common enemy. Like, why are you keeping us locked in? I don't know. You tell me. So, what's important is in this compensation plan, how do we take advantage of this? Okay. How do we actually make this powerful? I'm not going to share this today because this is what I'm going to do on Academy. If you know, every week we have our biggest training of the organization. It's called Academy. It's a weird time for Australia and New Zealand, so I don't expect you to come on live, but Lucia's crazy. She comes on at 3 a.m. in the morning. So if you want to, you're more than welcome, right? We put everything on replay. But yeah, so but every Saturday, it's 8 a.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. New Zealand, 5 a.m. Sydney, we have a big team call. And we put this in our telegrams and everything. And we always give our latest and greatest trainings on there. Tomorrow, I'm doing a whole compensation plan training. How to unlock the compensation plan. How to drive to 6 figures in 6 months. How does this all work? It's a very powerful system, all right? Your homework, if you want to get an early start and take a look at this, I'm not going to play them today, but we've uploaded on our main links page under the first step. So you plug in, then there's a 7-day launch series. If you haven't done these yet, that's your homework next. Go through these just step by step by step. But under important links and resources, we have 2 links here. There's a compensation plan explanation. This will explain all the 8 ways you can get paid here. And there's how to unlock the compensation plan. They're quick, 6 minutes, something like that. But I've already seen people utilize this and they're unlocking the comp plan. I've seen them see this. They're growing their business. They're actually showing this to their teammates. Their teammates are upgrading up to what's called Ultimate, which I think Janine and Rick, you guys are Ultimate, right? Came in right away. Awesome. Congrats. I know Fina's Ultimate. I know Lucia's Ultimate. Correct me if I'm wrong if anyone else is Ultimate as well too, and I missed you. If not, that's your goal, right? So go on to here. If you're not Ultimate, Poonam, congrats. By the way, Poonam, I just realized this week is a fantastic presenter that we need to have talk more. Like, oh my gosh, I was so wowed. Like, man, you've been hiding your talent this entire time. So I can't not see it anymore. It's there, so we will have you on more calls for sure. So we have all of this, and we're going to dive into it further on our academy. But the main driver that I want to end this on, and as a challenge to this group, what really sparked North America was, yes, we had the tools in place, but you need a focus and you need a strategy. I was talking with Katie Holt Larson, who I know Rick and Janine, you might have known from Kayani, right? She was the CEO in Kayani. Amazing individual. And she knows about what we've been doing as a team. So she asked me, she's like, James, she's with John Wadsworth, the owner. She's with corporate. And they're seeing what's happening in the entire field. And she said something like this to me. She said, James, I can see that what you guys are doing is working. She helped us pioneer this thing called 10 and 2, which Cindy and Lindsay, who also helped us create, they introduced the machine concept. Shout out to them. They introduced that concept. So with this 10 and 2, let me grab this. Oh my gosh, there are so many promotions right now. It is crazy. All right. 7 months ago, I sat down with Cindy and Lindsay. If you don't know their background, they built a business of 25,000 people in the organization, masters of scaling, social selling, everything. And when we were sitting down, January 10th, they launched their business. And I asked them, they gave me the idea. They said, James, the way we're going to scale this thing is we're going to introduce this concept of 10 and 2. It's a strategy. It's not comp plan. It's just, what do you do? And they said, James, we're going to teach people that if in 1 month, you can personally sponsor 10 new customers and 2 new partners, 3 a week. Who here feels that if you are absolutely committed to it, even with part-time hours, you leverage your systems, our communities, who here feels that you can help a person with their amazing products or business every other day, right? If that's a goal, if that's like a realistic, like just 3 customers a week, 3 people a week. If we can do that, and in 1 month, you sponsor 12 people, at least 2 of them being a brand partner because you want duplication. That's going to put $500 in your pocket. I'm sure we all wouldn't mind an extra $500, right? That's like the start. Sally, what would you do with $500? If you don't mind me asking, I'm just curious. I don't know. I hope it's take James out to lunch or something. You can do a lot with 500. But not only that, the key is in duplication. And the teams that took this on, this messaging that said, I'm going to do 10 and 2, and then I'm going to duplicate it into my team. So what's the roadmap to the 6 figures in 6 months? Every month, challenge yourself to say, this month, I'm going to enroll another 12 people personally, at least 2 of them being brand partners. And then every month, I'm going to aim to help more people get into the 10 and 2 as well too. We launched that. We drove it. Personally, we've done this personally 10 times. So we've sponsored, me and my wife, at least 70 new customers and 14 new partners in the last 7 months. More than that, but that's at least what we did. Do you want to do this? And then scale it. What we found is this. We told Katie that in 13 years of building with this compensation plan, this strategy is bar none the simplest, most scalable, duplicatable thing that I've ever seen. And it's leading to some incredible, incredible things. I just got off a call right before this, literally. We have all these, look at all these new people. Like, wow, my gosh. Like, so many amazing people, including you guys, right? So I'm trying to find, okay. Dr. Lorette Willis, incredible trainer, incredible presenter. She's been involved in network marketing for 25 years, always. And she always had decent success, but it was never like a full-time thing. She came here and day 1, she said, James, what am I supposed to do? She said, I told her 10 and 2, do this whole 6 figures in 6 months. She put it on a whiteboard and she said, I'm going to do 10 and 2 right away. It's been less than 2 months. Actually, in 6 weeks, She hit 10 and 2 6 times. Every week she did this. And she's busy. She just leveraged the systems and the tools and everything. And she was amazed. But it wasn't just that though. What's amazing is look at her team. The more important part is duplicating. She was able to, in her team, get multiple people that also did 10 and 2. I'm just going to scroll through here. Rebecca Moore, another amazing coach, did 10 and 2 as well too. I was just on a call with her. We have Monique Jenkins. She's in South Africa. She started expanding international, 10 and 2 as well too. She has other teammates, attracted leaders. Dr. Jody Ganofsky did 10 and 2 4 times. And through that also led to some amazing leaders. We just interviewed them. Liz Oswald and Tiff Ryman. They built a $10 million sales team. Yeah, you know them. Mark. Yeah, Sally knows them well. They're awesome. They're amazing. Amazing. Unmute yourself. What? Liz and Tiff. You know them better, even better than I do, I know. I'm going to ask you to unmute. And if you're on here, I'm going to pick on you.
Okay.
There you go. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Tell us about your experience with Liz and Tiff.
I was with the company or with them in a previous company, and I don't like being put on the spot like this, but that's all right. They're amazing couple. They work together great. They put their whole heart and soul into what they do. And it's really, I really enjoy being under them. And they're just great people, and they really respect you and work with you. And they're just amazing. They're an amazing team.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're doing well for being put on the spot, by the way. So I
Thanks.
appreciate you. And how do you feel so far in your experience just being here? Because it's just been like a week or something, right? Like not long.
Like 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to learn. I'm in the learning process. I want to learn about the company and that's where I'm at this point, is just learning. And I'm getting ready to retire. So I'm like, this would be a great supplemental income. So
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Well,
I'm
it
excited.
Sounds like if you need, I'm excited for you. It sounds like if you need any travel ideas, just talk to Rick and Janine. They know how to retire.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I bring this up because Liz and Tiff, like they actually just went vice president. It's only been 2 weeks or something, and their team's exploding and all that. Why am I bringing this up? Because what was the strategy? It was the leaders adopted this mindset of all I'm going to focus on is 10 and 2. Number one, do it yourself. Number two, duplicate it into your team. So my challenge to the Aussies and the Kiwis is we need you in the 10 and 2. If you're like, let's go take this and be the next ones, that's the focus. However you need to get it done, leverage the systems and tools and everything, but it's a decision. And once you do that, we're offering something special. Starting this Monday or your Tuesday, we have a mastermind. So one of the perks when you hit 10 and 2 is not only are you making money, of course, but we have a higher level warrior movement mastermind where we can actually dive into some more cool things. Like there's only so much we can talk about in a general setting. But I'm inviting some of the top money earners and leaders in all of Partner Co. to come train our mastermind. This upcoming Monday in the States, Tuesday in Australia and New Zealand, I'm going to introduce you guys to somebody who, whether you know it or not, all of us are indebted to when it comes to this business, because her photos, her videos are what we use all the time. But Dr. Crystal Vance, she grew a Facebook group page of a customer-only group from 300 to 30,000 in this last year. She is the face of the drops. We use her picture. She literally lost more weight than she weighs right now. And she's going to be our first guest trainer for our team. And I think what I'm going to have her train on is how to convert customers to be partners, but not just upsold partners, partners that do something. So I'm going to have her train on some things because she's masters at this. So if you want to be a part of that, deadline is do 10 and 2 before that, so you can get access to that. Okay. And then we'll just keep on going. All right. So with that, this call was introduction. This call was an update. This call is we're seeing where we're at with things. We're building things up. And as this starts to take off, if you've never been a part of something that goes through momentum, this is how it works. You work, get paid. You work, get paid. You work, get paid, get paid. You work, get paid, get paid, get paid. You work, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid. You work, get paid, 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 paid. Paid, 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 paid. Paid, 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 paid. And you're feeling guilty now. You're like, how is this happening? Where is this coming from? It's because you primed the pump in the beginning, setting the right example, putting the systems in place, helping your people do well, like what Rick said. And as you do that, and it doesn't take long. Guys, it's only been 7 months since we launched this last system. It's not a long time. It's going to be faster, by the way, too, because records are meant to be broken. So I'm super excited for this team in particular. Ball's in your court. Next week, we're going to have another call. Until you guys get tired of this or we don't see value in it, our goal is to continue to educate and inform. And I think it's important to gather, right? I'd encourage you to get to know each other. Collaboration is key. And next week, the mission is that we'll be able to unveil the day and night drop machine. And that's pretty much the only other tool that we need to actually make. And everything's going to be good. But it doesn't mean you can't sell the drops already right now as well too. Okay. Questions, comments? Vina.
Hi, Jay. First of all, I want to applaud you that finally you can pronounce Aussies and not Aussies. So well done.
Yes, I'm learning. Yes.
And I also just wanted to honor Rick and Janine. I mean, I was sitting there listening to Rick and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can listen to Rick all day long. You know, you guys come across as such genuine and humble people. And I'm so excited that we are working together. I'm a rookie in this. I've been in network marketing only for a year, and this is my first gig. And when I made my first post, my pastors and people from the church said, hey, Fina, your Facebook has been hacked. You know, that's how I started. And what really got me into this is because of the mandates that were introduced. And obviously, because I wouldn't comply, I lost my job. And I would have people send me messages about fundraisers, asking for donations. And I was like, I'm out of work. I have no money and I can't give. And that really killed me because I've always been a giver. And with this now, honestly, I haven't been able to decline anyone who's approached me for genuine help. And I'm not saying that as a bragging thing, but it's because this business really gets that extra income, which I would not have otherwise, to be able to help people. So whether it's a church member, whether it's a charity or cancer research or whatever it is. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And Rick and Janine, and I really look forward to having a chat with you guys. I'm looking from, you guys have so many golden nuggets that we can steal from because you guys are veteran in this, and we really honor you and appreciate you and look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much, Vina.
Thank you.
We really look forward to learning from you also. Just because you've been around for a long time doesn't mean you've learned everything. So we've certainly got plenty, and we hope to be able to soak up a lot of new knowledge and information from everybody here as well. And we totally agree. You can't help the weak by weakening the strong. And so we're in that same space. If you have great success, you can help a lot more people. So we'd like to do that, continue to do that as well. So looking forward to the journey, and thank you for your kind words.
100%. Hey guys, well, so thankful for each and every single one of you. It's an honor to partner with each of you. It's a volunteer army. Each of us are giving up your precious time. And for that sacrifice, let's have the most amazing ride of our lives, transform a lot of lives, make big impact, and have a great retirement as well. So that's our vision. All right, Fina.
Sorry, I also just wanted to add the excellent work that Lucia and Stan are doing. We couldn't have got where we are at without Lucia. At least Lucia is the lady that never sleeps. And I don't know how she wakes up to these academies at 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I tell Lucia, I'll watch a replay because I need to go to church at 7, so I can't. But Lucia, you've been incredible and you've been a real blessing and a real sister in this business, and Stan as well. And a big shout out to Poonam. Oh my gosh, Poonam, just encouraging her mom and her sister. Poonam was here the other day, and Poonam is so keen to learn. Poonam has been reading Eric Waugh's books, and she's learned. And Fina, what do I say? How do I make this video? And she was here at my house just exchanging ideas. And so, Poonam, I really want to applaud you. You know, she went from being my hairdresser to being my business partner to be a sister. Wow. So I really love you, Poonam, and appreciate you.
The beauty of this business. Congratulations, Poonam. Awesome, everyone. Hey, well, next week we'll do this again. We'll go back to our, typically we do this call an hour earlier. Thanks for the flexibility today because I had another call that I had to do. But the goal next week, let's have some more of our partners. Let's continue to grow this and we'll have a fun unveiling of the next stages. All right. Anything you need, let us know. We love you all. So appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Talk soon. Bye, guys.